Hey guys, and welcome back to Kerbal Space Program. I am Steejo and I will be trying to get you into orbit. Alright, so what I've decided is that I found out something while I wasn't playing, and that's that shit, wrong thing. And that's that a good old Jeb can't be killed. No, the orange spacesuit gentleman cannot be killed. So there's no point sending them up to space because they can't die. Alright, so what we're going to do is we're going to hire some people. This guy is incredibly stupid, I like that, and this guy is incredibly courageous. And this guy's incredibly stupid and courageous. So we've got 3 new astronauts. We've got Filmy, Richford and Enbury. I'm sure I can change their names somehow with a little tweaking of some files, but I'm going to leave the custom names for this game. I mean, I do it every game, so we're just going to leave it out this time. So what we try to do, we'll try to get into orbit. So what we need is the SS Orbital Explosion. Right. Actually I want to load the SS How High. What we'll do, ah shit, that's the SS How High. Ah, completely forgot about that. Okay. Orbital Explosion. Because that's probably what's going to happen to it. Okay, we'll start with command pod. What we need now is we want to drop some liquid fuel tanks on it. I think this is what we done last time. Right, what we also need is... yeah, we've got stack decouplers now, fantastic. So what we'll do is we'll grab a girder segment. If my mouse would stop fucking up. Then we will go to utility, obviously we'll need a parachute, plunk that on top. Science, we need some goo containment units. So what I'm going to do is I'll hit angle snap and we'll clone this. See, that basically makes it more aerodynamic. I don't think it matters much in the game, to be perfectly honest, but I like the look of it. Right, okay. We'll grab a stack decoupler here. Actually, I fancy putting one. This is if all else fails, we can drop a stack decoupler underneath it as well. In addition to that, what we can have is some... oh, shit, we can't. Never mind. I was going to say some solar panels, but we don't have solar panels yet. Which means that this might get into orbit, but that's about all we can do because we will run out of fuel. Which kind of sucks. So what we're going to do is we're going to shove the liquid fuel engine on the bottom of it. We don't have radio decouplers, which sucks. Sorry guys, it's been a wee while since I last played this, so remembering what I've got has been a bit of an issue right now. Right, so what we'll do, right, we'll bin that. We'll bin this. Actually, nah, okay, we'll keep that. It's very, like, I'm very good at Kerbal Space Program when I've got the required items that I need. So what we'll do is on the bottom of that we'll shove a solid fuel booster and we'll shove another 4. The reason we can do this is because this will decouple all of those. So let's see if this can get us into orbit. It's either going to get us into orbit or it's going to fucking explode. Right, what crew are we going to put on this? No Jeb, we're not putting you on it. We're going to put someone... we're going to put Enbury, because only someone incredibly stupid and incredibly courageous would want to fly on the very first flight into orbit. So this is the SS Orbital... in a ship called the SS Orbital Explosion, might I add. So let's see how this goes. I'm not expecting great things. We'll throttle up. Set our SAS with a T key, and let's fucking do this. So what we're aiming for to get into orbit, okay, orbit's a bit, fuck. We want to fire this other, we want to get that other rocket going as well. That is dumb. This will be known as the fucking, oh, they exploded. That's actually slightly helpful. They overheated each other and exploded. So what we're aiming for to get into orbit is we want to get up to 10k. That's the main thing, is if we can get up to 10k, then that's when you start your gravity burn. And I'll show you exactly what a gravity burn is as soon as we get up there. So, okay, we're at 10k. Oh shit. So you turn off the SAS and you want to turn to the 45 degrees to the 90, which is to the east. And then, yeah, you want to just lock your SAS on there, and then you can come in here and look at your... You go into your map mode and look at your apoapsis, and your apoapsis will rapidly climb because we're doing a gravity burn, so we're basically going that way. Alright, probably should have decreased our velocity slightly. We lost a bit because I was too busy thinking about the explosions that happened. So you want to just watch this until it gets... We're going for a really low orbit, so we're going to go for about 100k. So just pop this up. When you get to 100k, just hit the X key. Boom, X key. And then what you're going to do is as soon as you get to this apoapsis, you're going to do a burn prograde. The reason you do a burn prograde at the apoapsis is because that's the most efficient way to round out your orbit. A prograde burn basically increases your speed, which increases the size of your orbit, so a burn prograde at the apoapsis will make your periapsis bigger, basically. So instead of the periapsis being somewhere inside here, this 26-second burn will make our periapsis at 96 clicks. We're at about 100, 98, 98, 99, 99. That's 140. What the fuck? Alright, what we'll do is we'll just shove this so it's basically a round orbit. So we've got 103 and 96. That's close enough. You can do a bit of fine tuning later on if you really want to, but you don't really need to. So what we're going to do is this little blue marker here is the one that tells us where our maneuver is set to. So you just point your ship at the maneuver node, well, not the maneuver node, the little maneuver symbol, and you just wait. I used to play Kerbal Space Program way before maneuvers were introduced, and like, you don't know how lucky you are to get maneuvers. You used to just have to time it by eye. You'd be like, right, I'm almost at the apoapsis, so I'll burn prograde to round out my orbit. And there's a lot more skill involved, let's put it that way. So what we'll do is, it says we've got a 26-second burn. You want to cut that in half. So when this says node in T minus 13 seconds, that's when you start your burn. You don't start your burn at 26 seconds, you don't start your burn at 0 seconds, start your burn at 13 seconds, and you want to follow the wee blue marker because that will keep you perfect. And then this is the amount of delta V that's needed to change your orbit the way it is. Delta V is the change in velocity. That's literally all that means. Delta is change and V is velocity. So what you can do is you can do what I normally do, and just turn off the engine and then put your throttle to full and then turn it on, so it's perfect. But this is our very, very, very first orbit, so you don't need to be that precise. I mean, that's just because I'm a sad geek, really. Ah shit, I forgot to turn on my my SAS, so we're currently chasing this around right now. And that's us lost our engine, that's us lost fuel. Will we get into orbit? No, we haven't brought enough fuel to get into orbit, probably because our tanks exploded. But that's fine, I mean, we're in a suborbital trajectory. So what we'll do right now is we'll do my patented spin and disconnect. That basically means that it doesn't fucking fly into your chops. And then we'll put on SAS to slow us down. I didn't really want to get into... Well, I did want to get into orbit, obviously, but the issue is we would lose electrical charge. So, yeah, it probably isn't the best idea. So what we're going to do right now is we're going to do a wee EVA. It'll be the first Kerbal in space. First Kerbal in space, so then we will right click on our Kerbal and get an EVA report. You've recorded your observations about the situation. 8 science. Alright, so we want them to grab on, preferably, and get back in. Then we want to do a little crew report. What's happening? Seems like we're very much in space right now. The sky seems to be mostly below us. 5 science. Alright, we'll keep that. If you're wondering why I'm not transmitting anything, 1, I forgot to put a transmitter on it, and 2, I'm going to not transmit stuff as much as possible. So we'll observe the mystery goo. The goo seems to have clumped into a sphere. It also appears to have become brittle. So that's give us 10 science, that's pretty good. So that's over the water. When we're over the land, we'll observe the next mystery goo. because the different biomes in Kerbin actually get you different amounts of actually get you different signs, like they all count as different signs. So as soon as we're over the oh shit, I've throttled up. As soon as we're over the land here, I'll try and observe the other mystery goo. If it still says we're over water, I'll just discard it and try to get it again. Observe the goo. Where are we? In space near Kerbin. Ah, that works. Keep that data. That's different. So yeah, we've got all the data that we need right now. So we'll just go. Look at that. You're happy, aren't you, buddy? Yep. Look at that. That's some view out your window there, buddy. Can even turn you so you can see it. Look at that. It's just beautiful. There is a lot of mods for this game. Might I just add. But I'm not going to install any mods for this series. After I might install some mods like further into this series, but right now while I'm trying to just teach you things, we're just going to leave it. So this should be a nighttime landing. Yeah, it definitely is. It's on the dark side of the planet. So what you want to do is, obviously you can't move in time warp. So we're just about, well, we're actually in the atmosphere now. So if this was a real re-entry, like if there was real re-entry physics, what you'd want to do now is you'd want to face retrograde, because all the heat shielding is on the bottom of the pods. Right now, obviously, this thing would just burn the fuck up because we've got no heat shielding on the bottom of this. But that's because the game doesn't have any heat shielding, because there's no such thing as re-entry heat. But if there was, you'd want heat shielding on the bottom, because like when the pod re-enters, that's where the heat shielding is, and you want the astronaut to be pushed into his chair, not pushed into the straps that he's held in by. So turn the SAS off. The natural aerodynamics of the ship would normally keep it pointing the right way, so you wouldn't need SAS on. Also, if you went face first, your parachute would burn up, so you wouldn't want to do that. But we'll just speed up until we actually hit the ground. Not only kidding. Oh look, there's our stage. Whee! Hopefully we can land on some. Yeah, look at that. That should just burn the fuck up. Hopefully we can land on some land so we can plant a wee flag. If we land close enough, I will. Whoosh! That looks pretty cool. If we can land close enough, I'll just like jolly my guy over. Yeah, it doesn't look like we're going to land on land, but I mean, he's a Kerbal. He moves pretty quick. So we'll try and jolly our way over and plant a wee flag on it. It's just a suborbital. Our first suborbital trip, basically. So we'll get down here and we'll just launch the parachute. Whoosh. Speed warp. You don't want to speed warp past 500 because it could just rip off the parachute, because the game's a bit funky like that. We're below 10 meters per second, which means that we won't break, because it's about 10 meters per second that is the crash threshold. I don't think that is close enough for us to send a Kerbal over, so unfortunately this is a splashdown, which will result in no flag. Woo! There we go, perfect. Right, so I'm going to put you on EVA, and unfortunately I don't think you can. You can take a surface sample. Ah! You've taken a sample of water. It appears to dramatically increase the surface humidity of anything it touches. That shit is funny. So we'll get back in, store it, and board it. Alright, so we'll go up here and recover vessel. Perfect. Have a drink of coffee as well. 50 signs, that's pretty good. Report while in space near Kerbin, 5 signs. EVA report just above Kerbin's water, 8 signs. Surface sample of the water, 12 signs. Mystery goo observation, 10 signs. In space. Oh, I've done it twice? Ah. Whoops. Oh, never mind then. Recovery of a vessel after a suborbital flight, 8 science. Perfect, we just got 50 science, that's pretty good. So we'll go to the R&D facility, and what do we want? We want... Is there radio couplers? Yes! Radio decouplers, that's fantastic. Separatrons, I love these things. So what we'll do is we will get... We'll research this to get the radio decouplers because they are amazing. They're like the... if you want to make any rocket ship, you need radio decouplers. I would like this because that gives you struts and stability enhancers and the better decouplers. Ooh. Ooh. Sorry, just looking at everything. This is the first time I play career mode, so this excites me. So we'll research general rocketry as well, so we get Separatrons, which are ridiculously fun. And some liquid fuel engines and rocket mechs. So what's here? Bigger fuel tanks and these little shitty radio mounted engines. That's 45 science, we can't afford that, can't afford that. Can we afford that? 15? Nope. These parachutes are also very good. Alright guys, so that's us for this episode. Next episode we will definitely get into orbit now we've got radio decouplers. Such a small thing, but it means so much to the game. So as always, thanks a lot for watching, and hopefully I'll see you next time. Bye bye.